With most of the electronics that we're selling, they include a main connector that is sealed and has molded in pins. So even without the connector plugged in, this plug is sealed. However, on the pigtail and in some of the harnesses, you have RCA connectors, USB connections, and Motorola stereo antenna connectors. These are all consumer grade and are not sealed connections. So right here I have a harness mountable USB hub. This is also consumer grade, but it's very cheap and it's replaceable if need be. I've already sealed the USB maps, the Navionics maps, in one of the two females on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a 3/4 inch adhesive lined 3:1 ratio heat shrink, and we're going to plug the USB connector in with that wrapped around it. Then on one of the other sides of the USB hub, we're going to connect in a USB extender. This gives us a way to bring this out to the dash, and users can access this. Now these are cheap. You can buy them off of Amazon. You can buy higher quality ones from West Marine. But I really like to have these as kind of like a disposable component because it's easy to replace and it protects your display by having this USB hub and this extender here. So now we've got two spots where we've got adhesive lined heat shrink, and we're just going to shrink that down. Now I have the hub connected to the display. I've got maps on one side of the hub, and I've got an extender to go to my dash with the other side of the hub. Through the hub, you're able to do any of your software updates. You can actually run maps through here, and you can plug in your phone for audio playback. This also means that this section, in the event that this gets water or mud in it, this whole section can be replaced fairly easily and inexpensively, and you're not damaging your display. For your stereo and video connections, you usually have a bunch of RCAs coming out of the pigtail that actually plugs into the display. If you're not going to use an output, you can merely put the cap over it and that will protect it. But in the case where we are going to, so I'm going to hook up a camera output. First, you're going to cut that cap off so you can get the heat shrink around it. Put your heat shrink around your connection and plug in the wire. Now we'll shrink that down. Now with the RCA connections, you don't have to worry about water ingress into the display, but just putting this adhesive lined heat shrink around the connection will ensure that you're not going to get gunk in there and will make your installation last a lot longer.